I just remember like going to school, and it became very much like a money grabbing thing. I feel like that's so crucial because energy is everything.
Yeah.
And it would not make me want to come back.
Oh, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Bushwaxing Boutiques YouTube channel. In these videos, we will explore concepts such as pay in the industry, what it actually takes to make it as an esthetician, and our journeys up to this point. We're holding nothing back in the hopes of inspiring you to chase your dreams and create a career and a life that you love. We're the Bush Babes. Now let's dive in.
Hi everyone, my name is Erica. I am a wax specialist here at the Bush.
Hi, I'm Kayla. I am another wax specialist here at the Bush, and I also do dermaplanes.
So something that I wanted to talk about was client experience, customer service.
Okay.
I feel like that is something, unfortunately, a lot of people in the beauty industry struggle with.
Yeah.
Particularly like after COVID. I feel like I saw kind of people kind of not really give their best foot forward when it came to customer service and luxury services, and just it became very much like a money grabbing thing. Like, is that something that you think you've noticed as well, or?
Yeah, that's such a good point, and I never thought about that, like post-COVID, but people did change.
Yeah.
COVID made people very introverted.
Yeah.
It's crazy what a year out of the real world will like do to your future, your
people
career, your
skills.
point of view, your people skills. It's
Yeah.
crazy, but I never thought about that, but I think that did have something to do with it. A lot of us went online and stayed there. A lot of us got into affiliate more and, you know, marketing and just like the online world.
Yeah.
And so I think that sometimes got lost in translation when coming back in person. So that's a good point. I never thought about that actually.
Yeah. I just remember like going to school and being with like people who were probably like way ahead of me as far as their skills in the aesthetics field. But we're just like very bad people skills.
Oh, no.
And, you know, like, I don't, not to, you know, knock them or anything, but very like, you know, attitude, I don't want to be here. Like, they had a passion for what they were doing.
Yeah.
But when it came to like the people aspect and showing like, I don't know, great customer service skills, that's where I saw a little bit of a decline. And I think that's something that a lot of, not just estheticians, but like hairstylists, nail techs, massage therapists, whatever like your line of work is in the service field, I feel like that's so crucial because I know for me, like someone could do an amazing job with my hair, but have a horrible attitude, and it would not make me want to come back.
Oh, I'm not coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember one time, there actually was a hairstylist that I was seeing, did an amazing job. He like got me from like brunette to platinum.
Oh, wow.
And he like was just so rude that he was very rude and just didn't talk to me kindly. And I was like, I'm not tipping you. Like it just easily, I think people forget like they're serving people, like they're not just numbers.
Yeah.
And when it's, you know, like a 9-to-5 job, for some of us, it's like 12 hours. They easily lose sight of like, this is a person in my chair. This is the person on my table I'm servicing. Like,
that's so true.
Yeah, they have like a life outside of this treatment room, and energy is everything.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, I don't know, do you feel like you've seen a lot of service providers struggle with that?
I will say yes. As a consumer though.
Yeah.
Like not adjacent, not horizontal to me, like with my, the people that I went to school with and work with and things like that, but more so as a consumer. Yeah, that's a real problem. And I think it's like they're really stopping their money because when it becomes confusing to a client that's coming to you, that's when they start to look elsewhere. When the systems aren't working, or it becomes conflicting in any way, I think that's when people start to look at other options.
Yeah.
Because getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting facials, like it's a luxury. So people are like choosing to do these things. And I think that's also what a lot of people in the industry need to be reminded of, is that like they're spending their hard-earned on your services because they trust you, or if they've been with you for the past 7 years, like it's a choice. And I think the customer care slacks off sometimes when they're like, okay, I have my people, they're not going anywhere. Or if they're new to the industry and they just don't realize yet how important it is to take care of the people that are, paying you for your services.
Yeah.
So as a consumer, I've definitely been seeing it, and I've hopped around trying to find who feels good. Because I'm like, I did hair before I was an esthetician. So like, I know what to look for too. And sometimes that gets frustrating. I'm sure you can relate. You're an esthetician. So like, you know what to look for when you go to the nail salon. You're like, I don't see that barbicide. I'm out of here.
So, oh God, girl.
Or, the client's turning over in the chairs and they're not cleaning or whatever. Like, what to look for. So it becomes pickier when you have a license too.
One thing that makes a client experience is like your facial expressions and your tone and like the energy you're putting out. I mean, body language, the way you're speaking to the client, the words you use, because anyone could kind of like have a smile on their face and kind of look like put together, but then like might be condescending in their tone, or might be making cut downs and making passive aggressive, I guess, sentences or words that clients like. People catch up on those things, and they may not like say it up front, but it is gonna come at them a certain way where they don't feel like as comfortable as they could with you, and they're like, I'm not gonna come back because like they like make me feel like I don't belong, or things like that. So I think another thing too is just like being on time. And I'm like, I'm one of these people, I'm such a hypocrite because I've been bad at that, and I've gotten a lot better.
You're so good at time management.
Oh God, I don't know. I've gotten so much better. I used to be so bad, but being on time, like I've heard of instances where people are arriving the same time their esthetician is arriving. Towels are cold, nothing's prepared, nothing's ready. Like that just totally like ruins the experience. When I think about what I want to see when I go into a service, like I want all that stuff to be ready. I want great lighting and music, and that really like gives you that luxury experience. And I think also just like empathy, like is a major thing. Like if you were the client, how would you want to present yourself? That's what I think is super important. And I think that's where a lot of service providers, like whether it's like the beauty industry or any other service, empathy is huge, because we're when we put ourselves in other people's shoes, we can identify like the mistakes we might make and try not to make them. But I think we're really struggling a lot in this industry when it comes to that. People get on autopilot, unfortunately. So what about you?
I would say the most like 5 most important things are being personable, being professional. And I'm also thinking about what I like to see when I come to any service provider to get a service done. Personable, professional, sanitary. Like I care how things look. People notice things, because we've gotten comments here like, I love how you guys keep the place so clean. I'm like, yes, we are scrubbing everything every single day, and making sure it's ready for them to come in and get a service. I would say empathy for sure.
Yeah.
Because women in general go through a lot, no matter what stage of life.
Yeah.
Teenage, 20s, 30s, 40s, motherhood, wifehood. Like they want somebody that can empathize with them and not just like stonewall them while doing the service.
Right.
You're in and you're out. Like that's not very welcoming.
Right.
And the last thing I would say that's important is personality.
Yeah.
There's a lot of P's in there, but like I care about personality too. And I think that ties into empathy a little bit. Like we should feel comfortable enough with each other to where we can be ourselves.
Right.
If I'm coming to you every 2, 3, 4 weeks, I think that makes for a fun experience.
Right.
And that's something that people will remember, you know, when they're doing their expenses at the top of the year. Okay, I really want to see Erica. Like, I really love how she makes me feel.
Right.
I really love how I feel when I come in the bush. And I mean, I just think that is important.
Well, I love how you mentioned personality because I feel like that also opens up a conversation for authenticity and being comfortable in your own skin and being comfortable being yourself with your clients and also attracting the type of clientele that suits you. And then also being okay with maybe you just won't hit it off with everyone. That's very hard for me.
I'll be real. When I first got into aesthetics, I did not know how to be myself.
Yeah.
I did not know how to attract my clientele.
Yeah.
I heard so many people say that, like, your target, your ideal clientele, your target market. And I was just like, I don't know who that is because I'm still trying to figure out how to be myself in this industry while still being professional.
Right.
And I think that's probably something that I can see a lot of young SDs wondering about.
Right.
But I think practicing being yourself outside of the treatment room too is a good way to do that.
Yeah.
But it's so important because people, like, you know, we're all adults, like we feel energy and just how people come across and things like that. So I think that will make them closer to you and in turn help you out professionally in your career. So
I think it's so important to be yourself because it lets the clients know that they can trust you and it lets them know that your heart is in it and you have the best of intentions. I think the reason why so many clients are put off by the beauty industry is because they don't always trust our intentions. And that can sometimes make them a little guarded. And it's hard to build that trust because maybe they've had a bad experience or maybe they've had someone gossip or talk bad about them. And there's just so many things where like building that trust is so hard, but losing it is super easy. And I think it really comes down to like just being a good, decent person. And if you're not someone who works well with others or can tolerate people or you're not a people person, you might not be in the best industry for you because like that's all you're doing all day. You're talking to people all day, whether it's your staff and team members or clients. And you have to be able to not just be authentic and be yourself, but be like an honest person with integrity. And I think that's something that's going to, if you're someone who cares about those things and you value those things and you want to strengthen those things in your life, then that's what's going to set you apart from a lot of other people in the industry. And that is what's going to bring that clientele to you.
I agree.
But I think that is like, comes down to like doing your inner work. Well, thank you guys so much. If you love this conversation and you want us to continue that conversation or talk about other topics, please feel free to comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe and thank you for joining us.
Bye.